And welcome back. Okay, in our last video we kind of finished adding the text to our three information scenes, the welcome and then the sort of the win scene that tells the player that they had destroyed all the targets, and the lose scene that said, well, your ammo's gone. But we didn't do anything behind the scenes to hook those up to make them actually work. We said, well, we got to still do that. It's going to take a little bit of work. Now, there's going to be a little bit of code that we're going to need to move from one scene to another, but we also have to sort of configure these in the project. Up to now, everything that we've been doing has largely been in an individual scene basis within the scene. Here we're going to do a little bit of configuration that is specifically at the project level. So we're going to do that. We're going to set things up. We'll basically just make sure that the project has all the scenes that it knows about, so that when we go to create our game in the next chapter, that's all configured. And there's one bit that's critical for actually the flow of the game that we'll talk about here too. It's actually a very short video, so let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is up here in the File menu, open the Build Settings window. And there it is. First thing we need to do is add the current scene. Doesn't matter which one it is. It happens to be the ammo out scene, but that's fine. Now we come down here to the project and just add the other scenes. We've got a total of 4 scenes, so there's main, there's targets destroyed. The last one we need to add is welcome. So there they are, all 4 of them. Now, there's one thing that's critical here, and that's that the welcome screen be first. So we can just slide these around, and we can kind of set them up in the logical order that they go. Welcome, and then main, and then we can put the win and then the lose, or the other way. But the main thing that's critical here is that this welcome be first. And it's got these numbers over here on the right, and we want this to be 0. That will give the game the cue that that's what to start with, the scene 0. Now, these numbers here are also index numbers that we can refer to the scenes by. We can also refer to them by name, and that's another one of those food fight topics among programmers that we can talk about a little bit in the next video where we're doing the coding. I tend to not be big on those kind of fights, but we'll tell you what that one's all about in the next video. But there we are. We've got everything configured the way we need it. Now we're going to save the project. Now, before, most everything we were doing was at the scene level, but this configuration, these build settings, are definitely at the project level. So that's why it's critical to save the project this time. Okay, that's it. We've got them all loaded into our build settings. All that's left is to write the code to wire up the transition from one to the next, and we'll get to that in the next video.